Welcome back to our series on the eviction process in Michigan. In the first two videos, we shared the reasons to evict a tenant, followed by the best tips and strategies to help find the right tenant and ideally prevent the eviction process. Today, in our third video, we'll dive into the practical steps involved in evicting a tenant, making the process transparent and manageable for new as well as experienced landlords. Step 1. In the eviction process in Michigan, the first crucial step is issuing either a demand for possession or a notice to quit. You ask, well, which do I submit? Well, let's look more into each of these documents and their significance in initiating the eviction process. The demand for possession is typically used when the tenant has failed to pay rent on time. It serves as a formal demand for a tenant to either pay the overdue rent or vacate the property within a specified period of time, which usually is 7 days. When serving this document, it's crucial to ensure it includes all the necessary details, such as the amount of overdue rent, the deadline for payment, and the consequences of noncompliance. On the other hand, the notice to quit is utilized in situations such as the expiration of a lease or violation of lease terms unrelated to rent payment. This document provides the tenant with a 30-day notice to vacate the property voluntarily. Just like the demand for possession, the notice to quit must contain specific details, including the reason for termination, the deadline for vacating the property, and any additional instructions or legal requirements. So whether you're dealing with unpaid rent or lease violations, issuing the appropriate document is crucial first step. Step 2. Now that the specified timeline for payment or vacating the premises has passed without compliance from the tenant, it's time to escalate the matter to the legal system. So let's explore this crucial step in detail. Filing a complaint involves submitting formal documentation to the local court outlining the details of the eviction case. This includes providing evidence of the tenant's noncompliance with the initial notice and any relevant lease agreements or rental agreements. Additionally, be prepared to pay any filing fees associated with initiating the eviction proceedings. The court will then schedule a hearing where the landlord and the tenant will have the opportunity to present their respective cases before a judge. Preparation is key at this stage. Gather all relevant documents, including lease agreement, communication records with the tenant, and any evidence supporting your case. This will strengthen your position during the court proceedings, and by adhering to the legal procedures and presenting a well-documented case, landlords can navigate this stage with confidence. Step 3. In Michigan, the court process in an eviction typically follows a series of steps. First, after the landlord files a complaint with the appropriate court, the tenant is served with a summons and complaint informing them of the eviction proceedings. Next, the tenant has a specified period to respond to the complaint, usually within a few days. If the tenant contests the eviction, a hearing is scheduled where both parties present their arguments and evidence before a judge. During the hearing, the judge will evaluate the case based on Michigan landlord-tenant laws and any applicable lease agreements. If the judge rules in favor of the landlord, they issue an order for possession, specifying a date by which the tenant must vacate the premises. However, if the tenant prevails or if there are any mitigating circumstances, such as the landlord's failure to maintain the property, the eviction may be denied or delayed. And step 4, this is when the tenant moves out. And if the tenant fails to vacate by the specified date, the landlord can request a writ of eviction from the court. This authorizes law enforcement to remove the tenant and their belongings from the property. Throughout the entire process, both parties have the right to legal representation and must adhere to the procedural requirements outlined in Michigan law to ensure a fair and lawful eviction process. So whether you're a new investor looking for your first investment or a seasoned investor with several properties, we hope this video series provided valuable content to help you along your investing journey. If you want to learn more, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel below. And if you would like help growing your real estate portfolio, give me a call, 248-880-8591, so I can help you find great off-market investment properties. We wish you the best as you invest in real estate and travel closer every day to your financial goals. Happy renting.